Hello again, my name's Gabe Zolna. You know, I've been sitting back thinking about this whole thing with Loretta Lynch, the Attorney General. I mean, she really had to know better. She had to know that meeting with Bill Clinton wouldn't be a real good idea. She had to know it was against all of the rules and ethics that lawyers have to follow. You know, I've made a series of videos and I talked about the Mexican standoff. They have stuff on each other that can destroy each other. And they both know it. We know that the chosen one, Barack Hussein Obama, promised to turn the reins over to Hillary if Bill helped him, which Bill did do at the convention. I don't believe that Obama would have been elected if it wasn't for the speech that Bill gave at the Democratic National Convention. What if the meeting that took place in Phoenix was a planned event? We know that Bill was at the airport in his private jet waiting for Loretta Lynch to arrive. Their Secret Service detail wouldn't allow anyone near the plane when Bill boarded it. And they spoke for 30 minutes about grandchildren and golf. What if that's not what they spoke about? What if what they spoke about was that Barack Hussein Obama better get the FBI Director James Comey off of Hillary's back? Don't you find that a little strange? All along, we were told that James Comey is not going to be rushed. He's going to go on his timetable. And within 2 or 3 days of the meeting between Loretta Lynch and Bill Clinton, Hillary is whisked off to the federal buildings, spends 3.5 hours. We don't know what happened. All we know is the little that we're told by both Hillary and by her spokesperson. She's glad to have been able to have this meeting and to be able to put all this behind her. What else do we know? Well, we know that the chosen one is scheduled to go on a campaign trail with Hillary on Tuesday. We know that Hairplug Biden is scheduled to go on a campaign trail with her on Friday. Do you really think that the chosen one would allow anything to be done to prosecute Hillary when he knows she can destroy his entire life? She knows what we all know. The difference is she can prove it. And he knows she can prove it. The country has been lost for a very long time. If nothing happens to Hillary, if she's not indicted, if there's insufficient evidence to indict her, yet there was more than sufficient evidence to go after General Petraeus for having his schedule in his own home in an unlocked desk drawer. How much more evidence will you need to know that our country is lost? Can you imagine Hillary as Commander-in-Chief? You know, I thought for the longest time that Obama would bring about martial law, maintain power. But he doesn't need to if he gets Hillary in. And he promised Hillary. And if he doesn't keep his promise, she can destroy him and his legacy. And he knows it. So is it possible that the meeting that took place in Phoenix was planned? So Loretta Lynch could go back and let Obama know exactly what Bill wants done to avoid having Bill and Hillary expose the chosen one? When you lay down with the devil, you got to play by their rules. We'll see what the next week or two bring. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping that the Attorney General realizes that she screwed up. And I'm hoping that the FBI Director James Comey recommends that she's indicted. At the same time, I also think that Loretta Lynch should lose her law license. But do you think that they're going to do that to her? We still don't really know why Michael lost his. We hear that it had to do with some shady real estate deals. And Obama, for having lied on his application, it asks if you've ever used an alias. And Barry Soetoro said he didn't. Well, how did he become Barack Obama? Folks, the whole thing is insane. And if you've been watching and looking at the pieces of the puzzle, for the longest time they've been painting a certain picture. And the picture that they've been painting, as I've said countless times, is frightening. Absolutely frightening. We'll see what happens. I hope you all have a good 4th of July. I hope that ISIS doesn't have any surprises here in America on the 4th of July. And we'll see what the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, we'll see what the rest of July brings us. Should prove to be a very interesting month. You sort of know what I think. You know why I think what I think. Let me know what you think. Thanks for listening.